Welcome, I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. We are on the free-to-play The Road to Ultra Nightmare, and today is a big day. We hit a major milestone today, and it's one of those milestones where it's time for an account review because we are 30 days in, full month, playing this game, playing the free-to-play, and it's time to kind of look back and see what have we done over this month? Where have we gotten to? Where are we going? And kind of give a quick review. Now, before we get into that, it's Sunday when you guys are watching this. It should be Super Bowl Sunday, and I hope you all are having a great time. I'm not a big football guy anymore, so I don't really, follow the season too much. I'm a basketball junkie, but the Super Bowl Sunday is a special day for me and my family because it's a day that me and my dad always get together. My stepmom, my dad, me. Sometimes I have some friends over. Well, oftentimes I have some friends over. Oftentimes we have other family come over because my dad cooks a Super Bowl chili every year. Got some cornbread, got some chili, and it is absolutely delicious. And it's just a really good time. It's a great time for us to kind of get together, connect, hang out for a little bit after, a couple months after the big holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving kind of seasons. And it's just really nice. I'm really looking forward to that. So while you guys are watching this, I might be making some chili this year because my dad's a little under the weather, just like, cold, normal thing, nothing big. And I was like, well, let me make the chili then this year, and I'll just come over and we'll have a smaller Super Bowl thing. Usually we try to have as many people over as possible because it's fun. More fun having more people over, enjoying the moment. And so I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of those, it's in a weird way, it's kind of one of my favorite holidays, really. And so it's, it's one of those family holidays, right? It's not an official one, it's just a family one. But I'm really looking forward to that. So I hope you guys are, at least spending some time with family, if nothing else, or some friends, hanging out, watching the game. Yeah, it should be a good day. Anyway, let's get back to the account. I just wanted to share that real quick. Because, sometimes we gotta bring the real world into it, every once in a while. But I thought we would look at my account, where we're at, what we're doing so far in this game. So let's start with a quick overview of my champions. What are we doing? I moved all my good ones out of my vault so you can see what I have pulled so far. Now, obviously, I've got my 3 level 60 champions in Rhonda, Elva, and Deacon Armstrong here. All of them are mastered. All of them are level 60. My Rhonda is kind of a beast now. Kind of a beast. You can see, let me just show you her stats here. She's gross. 99% crit rate does kind of hurt the OCD in me, but I mean, 204 speed, 184 crit damage is pretty awesome. And all of our jewelry is horrible on this account so far, so I need to grind some more spider at some point to get that up, but that's pretty amazing. Elva, obviously 260 speed is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm really loving her. Deacon's doing great. We got a lot of gear to roll up on Deacon too, not anywhere near hitting his potential. We just haven't pulled the right gear for him yet, really. Jareg, kind of similar, right? We got him really tanky, actually, just pretty prototypical build, right? Speed boots, defense chest, HP gloves. Like, it's pretty much what you'd want. I just want more speed in him and more accuracy. That's the other thing. So eventually we're going to replace some of this with some accuracy gear, maybe an accuracy banner or something. Just having another decreased attack champion on the account is not a bad idea. And then of course we got Elhain. Did find a little, Phantom Touch blessing for her in the shop, so I got that. Only level 50 Venom Mage, same thing. And so our next goal is to get both Jareg and Venom Mage to level 60. That's going to be our thing. So I'm really trying to get set up so I can do both of them at the same time. If I can get them both ranked up to 6-star, then I can run them both in Minotaur at the same time and level them both at the same time. That's really my goal here, right? I've got a few masteries left on Rhonda, a few masteries left on Venom Mage. They're both pretty close to being done, but Jareg doesn't have any. So I can spend some time running them both, running those two, as well as Rhonda, Elva, and Deacon all in my Minotaur team. Get the masteries pretty quick, but also get them leveled up to like level 30 or 40 or so. It's a good way to kind of jumpstart that leveling moment from 1 to 60, because that's a pretty big haul to go that way, right? So that's kind of my next thing, and that's going to help me all throughout. We've got Ugo here. I think Ugo's just going to be really good, but it's going to take me a minute getting him really where he needs, getting her really where she needs to be, right? We need more, we need, I mean, just better gear, better rolled is going to be a big thing. I just moved some stuff around to make them a little bit tankier, but we're still need to roll some more stuff. Genbo, Mistrider, Dahi is, both of them are just fantastic champions. I really want to get them up to rank 5 because they should be able to do much better damage, especially with the builds I have them on. But it's just gonna, you know, obviously take a little bit of time to get there. We've got some utility champions like Metal, Shaper, and Armiger. I'm just kind of holding on at 40 right now. Eventually I'll take them to 50, but I don't think there's any rush. Same thing with Frostbringer, Jizzo. Jizzo I would like to take up pretty quickly. I think Jizzo is going to be really helpful for Hydra. Has a provoke, a 2-turn provoke, and a counterattack, so we can get both a focused head for mischief as well as a provoke for the head of decay. It's a great combination for that kind of a champion and can really make this team actually function at those higher levels. So that's definitely something I would like to do at some point here. We did get Jamarsa, not really using her that much. She's not that great, but really the key with her is then being able to get Chronum later, and I think that's going to be really, really big, especially for spiders later on. So that's going to be massive for us. I do have a Valerie I'm holding on to. I've got a couple of Valeries as food, but I'm holding on to her because I think maybe we might end up using her for Clan Boss. We'll see when we get there. Hopefully I can get like a Sandlash or a Godseeker instead, but you know, right now I just want her as kind of a backup in case we need a really speed tune to get through Ultra Nightmare. Tarshan's kind of an interesting pickup. We've got Grizzled Jarl here as well. Fellhound is really, really good champion. So I've been tossing some books into Fellhound, building them up slowly. No rush there. Haikatoon is actually really good for me. Gives me another speed lead champion for my 3v3 team, so that's going to be really nice. And then I got, you know, some other interesting rares. Just picked up a Myrmidon, and I'm actually kind of excited. He's another very good ally protection champion, even as a rare, so might prove some help. And I actually got Gnarlhorn. It's not a grappler. It's not somebody else, Graybeard. It's an actual Gnarlhorn. So I got that going. Still trying to get the rosin fusion going at some point here. But right now my main goal is just grinding food. And that's kind of the big thing. I do have a bunch of food, you know, a bunch of food and stuff in the vault. You can see I actually have a lot of food kind of ready to go when we do upgrade some stuff. And we're pretty close to being able to upgrade some stuff. Part of it is something I did this morning was Nightmare campaign. We got 3 5-star chickens. That was pretty massive for us. So I'm actually really, really happy about that. Really excited about that because I want to, like I said, I want to rank up both Venom Mage and Jareg at the same time. Now I have 2 5-star chickens that of champions that I ranked up, and I've got the 3 chickens. So now I just need to get 5 more 5-star chickens, and we're going to be set and ready to go with that. I'm tempted to do it a little early, but I think I'm going to be better off, honestly, just waiting. So that's kind of the focus there. Hey, just a friendly reminder, if you haven't already, take a moment and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you don't miss the next one of these videos that comes out. And of course, if you guys need help with your account, you can go to my website, DeadwoodJedi.com, where I'll be happy to look at your squad and make whatever improvements are needed to be made. But, you know, when I'm doing that, I still want to play my own account. That's why I use BlueStacks, which you'll find linked down below in the pinned comment and description of this video. BlueStacks is a great way to run multiple instances of the game on your computer at the same time. And if you enjoyed today's music, we have that Soundstripe link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video as well. Use code DeadwoodJedi, save 15%. As far as like arena goes, we are in gold 3 right now. The grind in gold is rough. I really want to get up to gold 4 or 5 where there's going to be a lot more one-man defenses, a lot easier farm for me. But as it is, we've been able to beat some teams with higher power than myself. Just finding the right opponents coming in. Right now, Rhonda hits so hard. And obviously we get the defense break from Deacon and speed from Alvin Deacon. We're actually able to win a fair amount of these fights, which is pretty nice. So I feel like my arena has a lot of potential right now, and we're kind of doing things pretty well. But you can see all I need to do is find 1 or 2 fights in each of these situations, and we end up being in a pretty good spot here. We just lock him down. And see, this is the great thing with Rhonda is I can alternate how I want to play her. I can have the big AoE nuke or the specific lockdown champion. And this is why when I get somebody like Genbo fully ranked up, gonna be really nice because now I bring in another AoE champion. I can still lock down a problematic champion like maybe a Duchess, and then come in and big AoE nuke with somebody like Genbo. It gives us a lot more flexibility in our approaches to these things, so that's pretty good. There's some other, you know, I try not to fight the risky ones. It's real basic. It's real basic. Like, just be as safe as possible, and that seems to work the best. And we just kind of slowly climb. My 3v3 has been going pretty good too, right? It's nothing. There's nothing fancy about my teams. They're not, you know, especially great or anything. I don't really need to spend those gems just to show you guys. They're just, you know, whatever teams basically. I have one-man defenses. My defense loses, so we drop down, and my offense wins, so we climb. And I just kind of keep that going. We've been so successful, in fact, that in the tournament, we were able to, it's going to be hard to see this, but we were able to actually get second place. And we were almost to first, but I decided to go to sleep instead of staying up and grinding. But yeah, we were really close. So, I mean, that was a pretty good result, I think, just in general. And right now, our gear is really good. Obviously, from grinding Dragon, you can see how many speed pieces we've been able to get. Most of these are trash. If they don't have speed on them, I haven't rolled them. And the speed ones I did roll, so give you an idea of how many bad pieces there are. But we're getting those sets, and just remember, one speed set is gonna be like an extra 12 speed on your champion, even with no speed substat. So it's already a step above. I do need to get some better accuracy pieces. You know, I need accuracy on Rhonda, I need accuracy on Jareg, Venomage, Deacon, literally all my champions except for Elva. So getting more of those pieces will be helpful. I have a ton of this lifesteal, which I thought I was going to be using, but getting Elva, getting Jareg, it's kind of lessened the need to get this kind of stuff. And I'm a little, you know, one of the things I am nervous about, the reason why I haven't sold this, I'm a little nervous about Deacon. I don't think long-term he's going to end up staying in my clan boss team. And if that's the case, I'm going to need somebody else. I'm probably going to need another way of healing for some of my champions. So I might end up using lifesteal gear. I really don't want to use lifesteal gear if I don't have to, but we'll kind of have to see. So the options are, you know, long-term, the speed tune, I'm probably going to take out either Deacon or Elva. I doubt I'm going to have both of them in my team to fully maximize them and get to like a 2-1 ratio, which obviously is something I'd like to do. I need either a buff extender or another speed champion with Elva, or I need just the Deacon. And so because Elva brings that block buffs, I'm probably leaning towards getting an extender, a Valerie perchance. That's why I'm holding on to her. Maybe a Sandlash Survivor, maybe a Godseeker or Neri, or a Duodon might be an interesting choice. There's options out there, but I don't have those champions right now. And so right now I don't have to worry about it. But I don't want to sell pieces that I'm going to need later on. I could probably trim this down, make a little bit of silver, and that's probably what I'll end up doing. But, you know, just in the short term, those things I'm holding on to. You can see, got some decent, those legendary pieces. I got some speed boots out of it. I got pretty bad roll on the helmet. Got some gloves that are pretty bad, and the chest is pretty bad. I'm thinking maybe I'll rework those. Is kind of the only possibility. Some toxic gear up there. You know, we're getting some pieces, but nothing really crazy as yet. The Doom Tower stuff, though, that has been absolutely massive for me. I'm trying to accumulate some decent Guardian gear. The Fatal sets have been really nice. Those are the 2 dungeons I like in this one for gear sets. But you can see we're all the way at stage 119. I don't think I can beat 120 right now. Part of the problem is my only damage dealer is Rhonda, and she's pretty squishy and dies. And then I have a hard time bringing her back because the boss keeps resetting my skills. And my Elva isn't booked enough, so I don't have her cooldowns low enough where she can come back and still revive. So I'm gonna either need to put more books in Elva, which I do have 3 books, but I'm saving for CVC, or I'm gonna need to bring in another damage dealer, or I need to make Rhonda a little bit tankier. So I'm a little bit perplexed as to what to do here. I was really hoping to beat this by day 30, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. So we're gonna hold off on that for a little bit, and we're just gonna farm some dungeons and get some more gear. You know, I've been farming, like I said, Magma Dragon or Griffin for some nice pieces, and I've been using those to try and get some extra gear. And I'm just going to continue to do that. Basically, that 5-star gear stuff is what I need right now. And when I get it, it's really helpful. As far as clan boss goes, Hydra goes, I'm going to be horrible. I doubt I'm even going to be able to get the bottom chest. Yeah, I just don't have the champions for it right now. But as far as clan boss goes, I did collect this earlier. So I had a nightmare chest. I think we got the Grand Master chest. Yeah, so we got about 26 million, something like that. On nightmare, and on brutal we got top chest. So I'm very close to being able to 1-key brutal. Not quite there. We can actually just drop in a run, just see how we do. But we're really close. We're really close to being able to 1-key Brutal. And then we're also really close to being able to 3-key Nightmare. And my guess is when I get my 2 champions up to 6 stars, when all these champions are 6-star champions, I will be able to do both of those things. I'll be able to 3-key Nightmare, 1-key Brutal pretty regularly, and that'll be my 4 keys every single day. You can see we got a pretty darn full debuff bar going. One of the things too is I need more accuracy on Rhonda so we can get the Brimstone to land. Right now that's not the case. I really hate that we have to do that. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Hate that, but I love my coffee. That's not too bad. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Just kind of, need to keep grinding these champions up. I have 5 chickens now, so I can definitely get Venomage to that 6-star, which is going to be the next one. But I think I'm hopeful by the end of this day, I'll have enough chickens actually to get Jarreg up to. We're pretty close to being able to do that. So by either the end of today or the end of tomorrow, basically by Monday, I'm going to have 2 new 6-star champions, and that's the goal. So that's the plan of attack in any case. I have some gems. So I definitely have some energy to be able to use for that. And so that's probably going to be my approach. What mistakes have I made so far? I think there's only been one really significant mistake, and that was buying masteries for Deacon. I bought masteries for Elva, and and I didn't have to do that. I could have saved them and bought them for Rhonda instead, and that might have been a better approach, but it didn't really hurt anything. Buying masteries for Deacon is the only thing that I feel like actively hurt me, just because I haven't unlocked my gem mine fully. And I have like 400 gems right now. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to blow it on energy. It's not blowing it on energy. It's an investment in a different way. But I know I'm going to use it on energy. And I know I'm just going to use it to grind up more chickens to get these 6 stars, right? And that's great. That's kind of what I should be doing. But it also means that every time I use energy, every time I use gems for energy, I'm always like, oh, but I should save these for the gem mine. And this up here, that's totally messing me up. It's just it messes up my head. I'm just like, but I should. Because long term, the investment in the gem mine is the best investment. That is what you should be getting, and getting it as soon as you can to start getting the payback, right? But I didn't do that. And now I don't know when I'm going to do that. And that frustrates me a little bit. It might be though, once I get these 3 champions to 6 stars, maybe at that point I don't have to use any more gems. I can just kind of use what I get every day. Because at that point, I won't have any I got to rush this one thing. It's like, no, I'll have five functional champions. At that point, it's just like, okay, I can slow grind the rest of them. Everything else works, right? My arena team works, my 3v3 team works. Both those things work right now. My Doom Tower team works for normal, and that's fine right now. My Clan Boss team works, right? Even right now, even without taking them to 60, I have 5 champions that I can 4-star Nightmare with. So as a clan, when we start taking down Nightmare, I'll just put all my keys there. Once I 6-star them, I can probably 3-key that and 1-key Brutal. So I feel like we're in good shape. At that point, really the only thing I'm looking to advance is gear and my backup champions, right? Things like Hydra would be useful, or secret rooms, or faction wars. But those are slow grind things. They're not fast grind things. So I can probably save up my gems at that point. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm glad I was able to talk this out with you guys. I had to convince myself this is the right approach. Pretty typical. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. Also just, big thanks to you guys for sticking around, sticking with me, and those 3 magnificent folks that have been running, my alt accounts, basically my what do you call it? The sponsor accounts that got me Jamarsa, that have gotten me books and shards, and are continuing to grind those accounts up. It's just such a massive help. I cannot emphasize how much I appreciate those folks. And all you guys just for sticking and watching. I didn't know that this kind of content, this style I didn't know if anybody would be receptive to it. I was kind of nervous about it. It's like, I don't know. I'm not used to just kind of talking off the top of my head during these videos. I usually have I'm going to show you this, and these are the steps and all these things. And obviously, you know, these videos are getting a little bit more specific. You know, we focus in on Doom Tower, we focus in on Arena, Tag Team Arena, those kinds of things from time to time. But mostly it's just we run the account and kind of talk through where we're at and what our plans are. And, you know, I just think out loud, and you guys seem to really be enjoying it. So I just want to say thanks for that. You know, I do read pretty much all the comments on my videos, at least for that, you know, the day of that I release it. And I just, you know, the support from you guys is massive. I really, really do appreciate it. I can't overstate that. Yeah, it's always risky putting yourself out there, doing something a little different. And, you know, for 30 days, I think I've had more action on my channel than I've ever had before. I've been able to do daily uploads that I've never been able to do before. And it's encouraging. It's encouraging and feels good. Honestly, for me, it feels good, and it feels good to see that you guys are appreciating the content and enjoying it actively. And so that's great. And you guys inspired me because, you know, the coffee thing is just kind of a meme that sort of just happened. But I got some DWJ cups coming in, so I'm really excited about that. When I get those in, we're actually, if you guys want them, I'll have them on the website so you guys can get them. You get a sweatshirt like something similar to this too. Some fun stuff. So life is kind of moving in a good way. The free to play has just been so much fun. It's really re-energized my whole appreciation for the game in general, where I was pretty burnt out. And it was, you know, more of a struggle and hard to put out content and come up with something to say. And you can always tell that's happening in the community. And you see a lot of, let's talk about, you know, these 10 epics or these 5 rare champions, or let's go through every, you know, all the champions in this faction kind of thing. Hard to keep up that grind. And I've been so shocked that the free to play just brings you back to the roots, man. Like, what is it about? What are we talking about? What are we dealing with here? And that's what it's been like for me. And just really enjoyable experience, you know, something very different from my usual, but it's been very, very, very good. So very happy with it. By the way, I just want to point out, we're about to 1 key. We're really close. I don't want to jinx it. We're really close. I think we're about to 1 key. I think we're about to 1 key on Brutal here. I'm very excited about this. This is gonna be massive. Okay, Jarg went down. Can we bring Jarg back up, Elva? Elva, bring him back up. Revive. Woman, revive. Oh, we're gonna die anyway, aren't we? This is not gonna be good. Let's see if we can get a little bit more damage in there. I think the answer is no. All right, 21.5 million. That's 1 key, right? Tell me that's a 1 key on Brutal. That's a, God dang it. God dang it. Look at that. Look at that. We're so close. We're so close. It's such a tease. Such a tease. Less than 100,000 away. Or just over. So I'm still 2 key Brutal. Anyway, that was a fun little point, I think, to end on. The count's going really well. I'm very happy with the results we have. I really couldn't ask for much more, other than maybe not having put those gems into Deacon. That's about it. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thanks again, and hopefully you have a wonderful day today. Enjoy the Super Bowl if that's something you watch. If not, enjoy your Sunday. And that's all we got. Till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.